How's it going, guys? I didn't expect anybody to be in here so quick. Well, if you've never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings, and today we are working on a customer's ring. And I'm just getting that coin ready right now. It's going to be a 1974 quarter. So we're going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to hop in. Tidy my desk up a little bit so we can get some work done. What did I miss? Nothing. I just started. You're you're right on time. Yeah, so what we're going to be working on today is a 1974 quarter. We're going to be making this into a size 7 ring. And if at any time during this live you would like to check out my store, there's a little gold link down here by the chat. You can tap on that. It'll pull up some of my products, and feel free to order something, and we'll make it for you here on the live. All right. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk enough. Let's get down to it. First step is going to be punching a hole in this quarter. For that, we're going to use my Jason's Works auto punch tool. Just going to tighten that down. Make sure it doesn't slip off. You see it moving around in there? Now it's slowly self-centering. Isn't that cool? So I'll show you how that works in just a second. Let me punch a hole in it, and then I'll show you the mechanism that self-centers this. It's pretty genius. So this tool has a couple really cool features. And how it self-centers is the top of this is kind of cone-shaped, so you can actually see where different size coins tend to rest. And as it tightens down, it just moves and self-centers. So as long as the coin doesn't fall off this platform, it centers very well. Another cool feature with this is I can use different punch sizes. So all I got to do is change the guide it goes into. So this is a 1/2 inch. It's my go-to. But just for an example, I can go all the way up to a 3/4 inch just by changing the guide that goes right here. And this punch is actually so big, I have to put it inside, so it won't fit through this hole. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with this tool. I like it a bunch. And just for anyone who's curious, this is as small as it goes. So this is a 1/4 inch punch, and that's how that sets in there. It's really great. I mean, it's not the cheapest tool, but I'm very glad I was able to get one. Gives you a lot of versatility as far as hole punch size and different coins that you can use. Now to get this off of here, I'm just going to set the punch in here backwards and just lightly hammer that off. You want to make sure you're not using a metal hammer on these tools. You want to get yourself a plastic, maybe rawhide, nylon. That's the way to go. How do you keep fingers from turning black or green? You can put clear fingernail polish on the inside of the ring when it's finished. I'm also experimenting with a clear kind of flexible resin that I could coat the inside of the ring with. I'm still doing some trials on that, so it's not quite out yet. So at the moment, I just recommend clear fingernail polish. Most everybody can get a hold of it. It's relatively cheap, and it works pretty well. You just put a clear layer on the outside of the ring, and that lasts for quite a while. You may have to reapply after a week or two. It really depends on how long or often you wear the ring. Often wondered how it's centered. I have to use rings to hold the center. So when I first started, I designed this tool. So this was 3D printed, and how this works is you can pop your quarter in here, and then with a punch and die kit, you can put your 1/2-inch punch on the other side, right? Line that up there. And this worked really well for a long time. But like I said, with that other tool, there's just so many more options with sizes and different coins you can use. But these are still for sale on my website if you'd like to get one. I've got one with 2 quarter guides with different size punches and a $1/2 and a quarter. It's not illegal. The largest size I can do with a quarter is a 13. If you'd like a size 14, you could get a $1/2, you could get $1, you could get different types of silver rounds. You just need a bigger coin than a quarter. So the next step here is to clean up this rough inside edge. We're going to use a deburring tool to do that and just cut away at it. Yeah, no problem. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. 1/2 ounce gold eagle. I've got a 1/4 ounce gold eagle available. Not a 1/2 ounce. Haven't got that far yet. So if you dive into the law around defacing money, there's 2 basic things that you can't do. The first one's counterfeiting. People understand that pretty well. But the second one is fraudulently altering the coin. So, for example, this is a 1974. If I was to change this 7 to a 6, people might think it's a silver quarter, and it's not. And if I tried to pass it off as that, that would be fraud. So, size 14 out of a 1/4 ounce. Yeah, I would have to do a bigger coin than that. I think the max size for a 1/4 ounce is like a size 9, maybe. But yeah, so as long as you're not committing fraud or counterfeiting, it's not against the law. If you've ever seen a penny smashing machine at an amusement park, water park, national park, theme park, museum, they're all over the country. They've existed for decades, and this is very similar legally to that. So I am altering the coins, but I'm not doing it in a fraudulent way. Like, I'm not deceiving you. When you order from me, you're going to get a ring, right? You're not going to get a coin. So that's pretty much how that works. Yeah, it's art, not fraud. No fraud here. What about melting copper pennies? They really don't like you melting stuff down for the metal value. Yeah, that's not good. But that's not what I'm doing. Alright, so we got this all nice and cleaned up and smooth. Let's go fold it. Yeah, I don't even know if I could get... Maybe I could get a 1/2 ounce to a size 14. That seems like a bit of a stretch. I don't know, gold kind of freaks me out. Like, if it's not going to be like an easy gold coin, I don't know if I'll do it. It's tricky. But aren't you making more profit with what's the coin's worth? Yes, but so do penny smashers. So penny smashing machines require that you put 2 quarters in along with the penny you want to be manipulated. And the owner of the machine gets to keep that. People have been making jewelry out of coins for a very long time. Yeah, it's a stretch. There's other companies that alter coins pretty consistently as well. There's things called colorized coins or like plated coins, which are often sold to collectors at a profit. And since it's not fraud, it's not against the law. I actually have an example that I could show you if you'd like to see a colorized coin. I've got a whole big old set here, right? So all these people do is they put paint on these quarters and they package it up all fancy, right? And these have been around for pretty much as long as the state quarters have, maybe longer. And different companies do different, designs and stuff, different colors. Mostly it's the same design, but they'll have different colors on there. But yeah, they take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarters, and then sell this for, I don't know, $20, $40, something like that. And people buy them. Like, this is totally a legally thing to do. That's true. The government itself is making a profit. You're not wrong. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I wish I could make rings from them, but the paint flakes off. So I got those as like early experiments, and those didn't work out. But they are a good example of an existing alteration of coins for profit for people who don't know what penny smashers are. Colorized coins are a good example. What I'm doing right now is I'm just sanding the cut edge, making sure it's nice and smooth. Sorry, I was doing it off camera. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. Good morning. Or afternoon, I suppose. It's all cloudy here, so it still feels like the morning. We had a hecka storm come through last night. Thunder, rain, lightning, wind, all night long. Let's see. I see you saw my post about the cowboy hats at Cedar Point last week. Yeah. No, that made my day. That's great. What's funny is I haven't really done any cowboy hats in a long time. It's probably been a couple months since I've actually made one or two. January was nuts. Christmas time, December and January, probably, a ton. I made a ton of them. Yeah, both selling coin picks. So I had to check them out. That's what's up. No, I've got a really, I don't know. I've got a guitar pick around here made out of a $50 somewhere. It's pretty cool. No, you're fine. Don't worry so much about spelling and stuff, man. It's the internet. Everybody makes mistakes. But we get your gist. I know what you're saying. So I'm just slowly making this ring smaller and smaller, getting it down to a size 7 here. Right now it's at a size 9. Take a good look at it. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm dyslexic, so I'm misspelling stuff all the time. And I won't catch it until I go back and read it later. I'm like, oh my gosh. Not even close. Try again. 2 spaces after a period. Woof, that's old school. That is old school. Pretty sure they stopped doing that like in the 90s. When we started trading in typewriters for computers. Alright, we went a little above a size 7, so I'm just going to stretch it out a tad bit. Get it back up. A little too much. Do a tiny reduction. Quarter size reduction. That's probably too much. Just walking the line of that 7. Too small, too big. We'll get it there. Almost. There we go. Right out of size 7. Perfect. Now, I am really excited about this next step, right? So anyone who's watched me for a while knows I usually use steel wool and then a polishing cloth on this to clean it up, right? I found something it's like magic. Quarter size projection. Haha! You guys catching all my puns today. I love it. So, this is the new thing that I discovered yesterday. I didn't really discover it, but it's been suggested to me for a very long time. This is an aluminum polish for like automotive parts. And I used this on a coin ring that had like fire scale like baked into it. And it just came right off. Like, I was super amazed. So I want to see what it'll do with a quarter that doesn't have fire scale but is still a little dull. And it really didn't take very much work to shine the first one up at all. I wish I had filmed it, but this is the last quarter I used this mother's polish on, and you can just see how it's throwing light. It is so shiny. It's wild. So we're gonna go from this kind of dullness to this shininess. Very reflective, very good. And it's not difficult to do either. Like, some polishing methods require a bunch of fancy like rotary tools, or all we're going to do is take this blue paper towel and just dab the tiniest bit of it on there, right? Easy. So easy. No water, no nothing. Just the polish and a paper towel. And then we're just going to rub it on here. And something it says to look for on the instructions is black. So you can see on these other spaces it starts getting black. We should see that happen here as well. So we're just going to cover this with this stuff. Make sure we get it all over the outside and the inside. And it's so easy. Like, it's nuts how easy this polish is to use. It does warn that it can irritate your skin or your eyes. When I used it, I didn't have any problems with my skin. And I washed the ring and my hands as soon as I was done. And I didn't rub my eyeballs, so that's good. The blue stuff. See, the last polish somebody recommended to me was the pink stuff. And, like, that worked okay, but you really have to work on the metal. Like, I had to get a toothbrush and just sit and rub and scrub on it for, I don't know, a good solid 10 minutes. This is so much easier. This is like the easiest polish I've ever used. It just, like, you see all the blackness there. It just eats off whatever's on the metal. It's amazing. And it just melted that fire scale. If this ring was any bigger, we would have annealed it. So my next big copper ring will use this, and I'll show you how well it works on fire scale. Like, fire scale has been a super annoying thing to deal with for me. There we go. Look at how shiny that is. It's so good. How much for a ring? So they start at $25 for a copper clad quarter like this, and they just kind of go up from there depending on what type of metal it's made out of or what size the coin is. You can find all my pricing by tapping the gold chain down by the comments, or the link in my profile if you want to go all the way over there. Fritz is your fave. Silver ones are $125. It's just so fast. Like, I can't believe how fast this works. And like my hand muscles aren't tired. It looks so good. I don't know. I'm really impressed. I did not expect it to work this well. I'll have to check Fritz's out. I don't know. This was maybe, I think it was $28 for like something this big. And you saw how much I used on this ring. It was barely a dollop. Like, it doesn't take a lot to get the job done. I'm very impressed with it. I'm going to use this on pretty much every ring from here out, I think. Because I've even gone as far as like using like a flex shaft and like rouge. And even that takes forever. But this, it's so fast and effective. It just melts off whatever's on there. It just ate it and left a shine. It's fantastic. So now all I got to do is get a little polishing cloth and just finish it up. It is definitely rough on this muscle right here. But compared to using like steel wool, it's so much easier. Yeah, this is Mother's right here. I just got it yesterday, tried it out. I'm in love. So I'm singing the praises of Mother's. If Mother's wants to sponsor me, I will push this stuff all day long. It's incredible. And literally, it took 2 minutes of just like basically coating the ring with it and then rubbing it off. And that's all it took. It's so very nice. The inside's all shiny too. No steel wool on this ring at all. Very nice. 1,100 likes on this live so far. Fantastic. I'm going to catch my breath for just a second. We'll show off my work here. See if we can get it to focus. It's so damn shiny. Look at that thing. Gorgeous. It's reflecting everything in my room. Like it's hard to see the detail on the ring versus the reflections on the ring, but it looks good, man. Let's see if we can get a little closer and get those fine details. That looks really nice. Well, I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I'll be right back. If anybody wants to check out the website and order a ring, the link's in my profile. You can also tap the gold chain down here by the comments. And if I do get an order in, we'll work on that. If I don't get an order in, we will work on a fine silver round that I haven't made into a ring yet. I haven't used it on silver, so that's my next one, right? Is to make a fine silver round and then try it on there. But I'm gonna go grab my coffee first, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Gorgeous ring. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it came out great. Half ounce. I think the ones I need to work on, I need to check. So So I got to go to my website and see what listings have just pictures of the coin on there and actually make that coin. So I'll let you pick which one you want to see me make, Mr. Rush. My super big fan. Give me just a minute to pull that up though, because my computer is crazy slow while I'm on live. I tell you what, guys, it looks like TikTok has totally dropped off my viewership on this live. I'm going to look up the coins I need to make into rings and get them lined up and then hop back on the live, okay? So I should be back on in maybe 2 to 4 minutes, all right? I hope to see you there. If not, I hope you have a great day. All right, we'll see y'all in a little bit.